All right, so today we're going to take a deep dive into something
Oh, wow.
that sounds pretty complex on the surface.
Right.
One UI V4.
Right.
It's this AI platform that's
Uh,
making waves. But we're going to break it down in
That's
a way
the
that makes sense
yeah.
for anyone out there,
Yeah.
even if you don't live and breathe
Mm.
tech all day.
Yeah.
So
I get that.
we've got this white paper all about it,
Right.
and we're going to extract the juiciest bits for you guys.
Yeah. It's like your cheat sheet
Right.
to understanding what this platform does,
Yeah.
how it works, and why it matters.
And trust me, it matters, even if you're not like a tech wizard or something.
Totally. And this is important for everybody.
Yeah.
Because imagine like a world where data is super secure,
Right.
systems are crazy efficient,
Mm-hmm.
and things just run themselves.
Yeah.
That's the kind of potential we're talking
That's
about.
what a future we're talking about.
Yeah.
So
One UI V4 is designed to help businesses of all shapes and sizes.
Okay.
From like tiny startups.
So it's not just
to
for
massive corporations.
like the tech giants then.
Not at all.
Okay.
That universal part of the name is important.
Ah.
Absolutely. It's like,
Yeah.
think of it as a Swiss Army knife for business.
Oh, okay. I like that.
Adaptable to different industries and needs.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about the brains behind this operation.
Right.
They call it hybrid quantum and wave computation.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm no quantum physicist.
Right.
Break this down for me.
Okay. So
What's the magic here?
instead of getting lost in the technical weeds,
Right?
imagine this
Yeah.
traditional computers process information
Okay.
by like flipping a light switch on and off.
Okay.
It's either a 1 or 0,
Right.
but one UI V4,
Mm-hmm.
it's like sending a message using a whole spectrum of light
Mm-hmm.
with different colors and intensities.
So we're saying it's like going from a basic telegraph to a high-definition video.
Exactly.
Wow.
That's why one UI V4 is so fast,
Okay.
efficient, and secure.
Okay. So speaking of security,
Yeah.
that's got to be a top concern for businesses these days, right?
Absolutely.
Data breaches are becoming more and more common.
Definitely.
Yeah.
That's where one UI V4's secret weapon comes in.
Okay.
InfiNET.
InfiNET.
Think of it as like the central nervous system
Mm-hmm.
of the platform.
Okay.
This secure network where all the data flows
Right.
gets analyzed
Yeah.
with advanced encryption and real-time threat detection.
So it's like having a super smart bodyguard for your data.
Exactly.
Okay, cool.
A security system that's always on
Mm.
analyzing network traffic for anything fishy.
Right. Yeah. Okay, that's impressive. But
Yeah.
let's move from theory to practice.
Right.
How does all this actually play out,
Okay.
in the real world?
So the white paper highlights
Yeah.
some fascinating examples.
Yep.
Take real-time intrusion detection.
All right.
For instance, imagine banks and hospitals.
Where data security is paramount.
Yeah.
Having systems that can instantly catch hackers
Oh, wow.
trying to break in.
That sounds like a game changer,
Right.
especially in those sectors.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. What other real-world applications?
Okay. So
What's your eye?
one that I found really compelling
Yeah.
is energy optimization in data centers.
Oh,
You
interesting.
see, these massive buildings full of servers
Mhm.
are notorious energy hogs.
Right?
One UIV4 could potentially
Right.
make them significantly more efficient.
So we're talking about cutting costs,
Yeah.
reducing their carbon footprint.
Exactly.
Oh, wow.
Data centers could potentially reduce their energy consumption
Yeah.
by as much as 20%,
Wow.
which translates to millions of dollars saved
That's huge.
and a huge reduction
Yeah.
in their environmental impact.
That's a significant impact.
Yeah.
All right, now everyone's talking about quantum computers these days
Right.
and how they could crack our current encryption methods.
Mm-hmm. That's where. Does One UI V4 address this?
It does.
Okay.
It offers something called quantum safe communications
Okay.
to keep data safe even in a post-quantum world.
Oh, wow. So it's like future-proofing our data?
Precisely.
That's pretty cool.
One UI V4 isn't just about solving today's problems.
Mhm.
It's about anticipating tomorrow's challenges.
Right. Yeah. Okay. That's incredible.
Yeah.
It sounds like this platform is all about using AI to make businesses run smoother
Right.
and safer.
Right.
But it's not just about the big picture, right?
Yeah,
Impact.
that's the
sorry.
individual user experience.
All right. Okay, cool.
You're absolutely right.
Okay.
Think about personalized experiences online,
Mm-hmm.
like product recommendations,
Right.
based on your browsing history.
Yeah.
One UI V4 takes that to the next level
Okay.
with AI-driven customer insights.
So instead of just suggesting products I might like based on past purchases.
Yeah.
It's using AI to understand my
Yeah.
needs and preferences.
Exactly.
On a deeper level.
It's about anticipating your needs.
Right.
And creating a truly personalized experience.
Okay. That's pretty remarkable.
Yeah.
It seems like One UI v4 wants to change the game in so many different ways.
Right.
From bolstering security to personalizing the user experience.
Yeah.
It's all incredibly fascinating.
It is.
But I'm also curious about how this technology could change the way businesses operate internally.
That's where autonomous systems management comes in.
Okay.
Picture factories or shipping companies, where AI handles routine tasks,
Right.
allowing human workers
Yeah.
to focus on more complex problems.
So instead of spending hours on tedious data entry or
Right.
monitoring systems,
Yeah.
employees can focus on problem solving,
Yeah.
innovation, creativity.
Exactly.
That's a huge shift.
It is a huge shift.
Yeah.
It's about leveraging AI not to replace humans,
Right.
but to augment our capabilities
Yeah.
and allow us to focus on what we do best.
Right. Yeah. It's like having a co-pilot on board
It is.
to help businesses navigate the complexities of the modern world.
That's a great analogy.
Right.
It's about creating a synergy
Yeah.
between human ingenuity and artificial intelligence.
This has been incredibly insightful.
It has.
And from what I understand, One UI v4 doesn't just cater to businesses.
Right.
It also has features designed to make life easier for developers, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
The platform is incredibly developer-friendly,
Yeah.
with features like open APIs,
Okay.
which allow developers to seamlessly integrate One UI v4 into their existing systems and cross-platform support.
Right.
So it can run on pretty much any operating system you can think of.
So it's not just about what One UI v4 can do on its own.
Right.
It's also about
Like about-
providing the tools and resources for developers to unlock even more potential.
Exactly. It's about empowering developers
Yeah.
to build and innovate on top of this powerful platform.
Right. It's like giving them a playground
Yeah.
to create the next generation of cutting-edge applications. We've covered a lot of ground here.
We have.
From the core technology behind One UI v4 to its real-world applications,
Yeah.
and even its developer-friendly features.
Right.
But it's important to acknowledge
Yeah.
the bigger picture here.
The bigger picture.
This technology has the potential to fundamentally change how businesses operate,
Absolutely.
and by extension, impact our lives in some pretty significant ways.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
What's really remarkable about One UI v4 is not just its current capabilities,
Right.
but its potential to evolve
Yeah.
and adapt as AI and quantum computing continue to advance at this incredible pace.
Yeah, it's not just keeping up with the times.
Right.
It's actively shaping the future.
Exactly.
That's a powerful thought. We're on the cusp of a technological revolution.
We are.
And One UI v4 is at the forefront.
Yeah.
What I find even more exciting is the unknown. Right.
The new possibilities
Yeah.
that will emerge as this technology matures.
It's fascinating to think about what problems we'll be able to solve
Right.
in the future that we can't even conceive of today.
Yeah, we're really just scratching the surface
Exactly.
of what's possible.
Yeah.
I think that's a great place to pause for now.
Okay.
We've covered a lot in this first part
We have.
of our deep dive into One UI v4.
Right.
We've explored its core features, delved into its real-world applications,
Yeah,
and even touched on its potential to shape the future.
totally.
But there's still much more to uncover.
There is.
So stay tuned for part 2,
Right.
where we continue our journey into the world of AI
Yeah.
and quantum computing with One UI v4.
Okay. Sounds good. Welcome back to our deep dive into One UI v4.
All right.
So let's kind of shift gears a little bit here
Okay.
and take a look under the hood
Okay.
to see how this platform actually works. All right, let's get into the nuts and bolts. I'm ready to see what makes this thing tick.
Okay, so remember that hybrid quantum and wave computation we talked about earlier?
Yes.
That's really the heart of One UI v4.
Okay.
It's what allows it to process information so efficiently and securely. And the key to that is something called the InfiNET layer.
Okay, infinite, right? We touched on it briefly in the last part.
Briefly, yeah.
The secure network that keeps data safe.
It is, but InfiNET is much more than just a security feature.
Okay.
It's actually the backbone of the entire One UI v4 platform.
Oh, wow.
It's where all the data is collected,
Okay.
processed, and analyzed.
So infinite, it's like the central nervous system of One UI v4.
That's a great way to put it.
Everything flows through it.
Yeah, and here's where things get really interesting.
Okay.
InfiNET uses something called wave-based computation.
Okay.
This is a completely different way of processing information
Right.
compared to traditional computers.
Okay. Wave-based computation. What exactly does that mean? Help me visualize this.
Okay, so think of it this way.
Okay.
Traditional computers use bits,
Mm-hmm.
which are like tiny switches
Okay.
that are either on or off.
Right.
It's like sending a message using Morse code
Oh.
with just dots and dashes.
Right.
But with wave-based computation,
Yeah.
it's like sending a message using a symphony orchestra.
A symphony orchestra, that's quite a leap from Morse code.
Exactly.
Wow.
With waves, you can encode much more information.
Okay.
It's not just on or off.
Right.
It's the whole spectrum of sound
Mm-hmm.
with different instruments,
Okay.
volumes,
Right.
and frequencies.
Okay.
That's what makes One UI-v4 so powerful.
All right.
It can process vast amounts of data very quickly and efficiently.
Okay, I think I'm starting to grasp the concept. So instead of just ones and zeros,
Yeah,
we're talking about a much richer and more nuanced way of representing data.
precisely.
Okay.
That richness and nuance is what allows One UI-v4 to handle complex tasks. That would choke a traditional computer.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
But how does this all translate into real-world action?
Okay.
What happens when a business starts using One UI v4?
Well, the first step is data collection.
Okay.
One UI-v4 can gather data from all sorts of sources.
Mm-hmm.
IoT devices,
Okay.
cloud platforms,
Right.
local servers, you name it.
Gotcha.
All this data is then securely stored within the InfiNET layer.
So it's like creating a giant data lake.
Yeah.
Pulling in information from all these different streams. What happens next?
Then the magic happens.
Okay.
The waves-based AI algorithms we talked about come into play.
Mm-hmm.
They sift through all that data, looking for patterns, trends, and anomalies.
So it's like having an army of superpowered analysts working around the clock to
Exactly.
make sense of it all.
And they don't need coffee breaks.
That's a huge advantage. But what happens with those insights?
Okay.
How are they actually used to help businesses?
That's where the decision-making and optimization phase comes in.
Oh.
Based on the insights gleaned from the data analysis,
Mm.
One UI-v4 can actually make changes to system configurations
Oh, wow.
to improve performance,
Okay.
reduce energy consumption,
Mm-hmm.
enhance security, and much more.
So it's not just about generating reports and insights.
Right.
It's about taking action based on those insights
Exactly.
to actually make a difference.
One UI-v4 is all about moving beyond passive analysis
Okay.
and actually driving real-world results.
That's really impressive. But is this all happening behind the scenes?
Okay.
Or is there a way for humans to interact with the system and see what's going on?
That's a great question. It's not all just happening in the background.
Okay.
One UI-v4 have a very sophisticated reporting and visualization system.
Okay.
All that processed data
Mm-hmm.
is presented through rich, interactive dashboards
Okay.
that allow users to track metrics, monitor system performance,
Right.
and get a real-time view of what's happening.
So it's not just a black box. There's a way to peek inside and see the gears turning, so to speak.
Precisely.
Right.
And these dashboards are designed to be intuitive and user-friendly. So even someone without a technical background can understand what's going on.
That makes this technology accessible to a much wider audience, which is really important.
Yeah.
So we've talked about data collection, processing analysis, decision-making,
Right.
and even visualization. It
Yeah.
sounds like One UI v4 covers all the bases.
It does.
But for a business that's interested in implementing this, what does that process look like?
Well, one of the great things about One UI v4
Mm.
is that it's incredibly flexible
Okay.
when it comes to deployment.
All right.
You can run it on pretty much any platform you can think of.
Okay.
Cloud environments like
Mm.
AWS, Azure, or
Mhm.
GCP,
Mm-hmm.
or even on your own servers.
Okay.
It could even support a hybrid model
Right.
with some components in the cloud and others on-premise.
So it's adaptable to whatever infrastructure a business already has in place. That's a huge plus.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the configuration process is pretty straightforward too. One UI v4 has a modular design,
All right.
so you can pick and choose which components you need
Okay.
based on your specific requirements.
Right.
This not only makes it easier to manage,
Mm-hmm.
but also helps optimize system resources and performance.
So it's customizable, flexible, and adaptable. It sounds like One UI v4 is really trying to make the implementation process as smooth as possible.
It is.
But what about ongoing maintenance once the system is up and running? How much effort does it take to keep everything humming along?
That's another area where One UI v4 excels.
Yeah, okay.
It's designed to be incredibly low maintenance.
Right?
Think of it as the self-driving car of AI platforms.
Okay, I like that analogy. So it's not going to break down on the side of the road and leave me stranded?
Not at all.
Okay, good.
You get automated updates,
Mm-hmm.
real-time monitoring,
Right.
and proactive alerts.
Okay.
It really minimizes downtime
Okay.
and ensures optimal performance.
It's like having a built-in IT support team that never sleeps. That's pretty reassuring.
Exactly. It takes care of a lot of the heavy lifting,
Mm-hmm.
so you can focus on what's important running your business.
Right. I'm really starting to appreciate how much thought and engineering has gone into making One UI v4
Yeah.
such a comprehensive and powerful platform, but I'm curious about where this technology is headed in the future.
Well, Infinite 8 Industries is constantly innovating,
Mm-hmm.
so I think we can expect to see even more advanced features and capabilities emerge.
Okay.
They're already talking about expanding the platform's quantum hybrid capabilities.
Quantum hybrid capabilities. Can you unpack that for me? What does that even mean?
Remember we talked about how One UI v4 already uses a hybrid of quantum and wave-based computation?
Right. Yeah.
Well, as the field of quantum computing continues to develop, One UI v4 is poised to take advantage of these breakthroughs
Okay.
and incorporate even more quantum elements into its processing power.
So we're talking about even faster speeds, more efficiency, and even greater problem-solving capabilities.
Exactly. We're talking about potential leaps in performance that are hard to even imagine right now.
It's mind-boggling to think about. So it sounds like One UI v4 isn't just a static platform.
No.
It's constantly evolving
Yes.
and pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
It is, and it's not just about raw processing power either.
Okay.
I think we'll also see more specialized modules and applications developed specifically for different industries.
So we might see modules tailored for healthcare finance manufacturing or
Yeah.
even creative fields like music and art.
Absolutely.
Wow.
It's about taking this incredibly powerful technology and making it work for everyone no matter what their needs are.
It's like we're witnessing the birth of a new technological era.
Yeah.
And One UI v4 is leading the charge.
And as we move into this new era,
Mm-hmm.
I think the most important thing to remember is that technology is a tool.
Right.
It's up to us to decide how we use it.
That's a great point, and that leads perfectly into the final part of our deep dive. We've explored the technical intricacies of One UI v4, but in the next part, we'll shift our focus to the bigger picture,
Okay.
the potential impact of this technology on society,
Right.
and the exciting possibilities that lie ahead. Welcome back, you guys. So, we've spent the last two parts of this deep dive
Yeah.
really getting to know One UI v4, from its processing power
Right.
to its potential to revolutionize businesses.
Totally.
Now, in this final part, let's zoom out
Okay.
and talk about the bigger picture,
Right.
what One UI v4 could mean for society as a whole.
Yeah, it's an important conversation to have.
Yeah.
We've seen the power and versatility of this platform, but it's essential to consider its impact
Right.
on people's jobs.
Yeah.
And even the way we think about work itself.
Exactly. When we talk about AI, one of the first things that comes to mind
Yeah.
is its potential impact on jobs.
Right.
If machines can do certain tasks faster and more efficiently than humans, what happens to the people currently doing those jobs?
It's a valid concern,
Right.
and it's something we need to address thoughtfully.
Yeah.
However, I think the key is to shift the conversation
Okay.
from one of replacement to one of augmentation.
Augmentation meaning AI working with humans
Yes.
rather than instead of them.
Precisely.
Okay.
Imagine a world
Yeah.
where AI handles those repetitive, time-consuming tasks
Right.
that bog us down.
Yeah, all the busy work.
Exactly. This frees up humans
Right.
to focus on the things we excel at.
Yeah.
Creative problem solving,
Mm-hmm.
critical thinking,
Right.
and tasks that require emotional intelligence
Yeah.
and human connection.
So instead of fearing AI as a job stealer,
Right.
we should see it as a tool
Yeah.
that can actually unlock new opportunities and make work more fulfilling for everyone.
Exactly.
Cool.
And I think One UI v4 embodies that philosophy.
Mm-hmm.
It's designed to empower humans, not replace them.
Right.
It's about harnessing the power of AI to create a more prosperous and equitable society
Oh, okay.
where everyone has the opportunity to thrive.
I love that vision.
Yeah.
But of course, we can't talk about AI without addressing the potential downsides.
Right.
With a platform as powerful as One UI v4,
Mhm.
there are bound to be concerns about misuse or unintended consequences.
Yeah, definitely.
What are your thoughts on that?
Those concerns are absolutely valid.
Yeah.
That's why we need to be incredibly careful
Right.
about how we develop and deploy AI systems.
Mm-hmm.
It's not enough to simply focus on functionality.
Okay.
We also need to prioritize responsible development,
Right.
ethical considerations,
Yeah.
and transparency.
So it's about making sure that AI is used for good,
Yes.
that it benefits humanity as a whole, and that we avoid potential pitfalls.
Exactly. We need to establish clear guidelines and regulations
Mm-hmm.
to govern the development and deployment of AI.
Okay.
And we need to ensure those guidelines are rooted in ethical principles. And perhaps most importantly, we need to have open and honest conversations
Yeah.
about these issues involving diverse voices from all walks of life.
That's a great point. It's not something that can be left solely to tech companies or governments.
Right.
This is something we all need to be a part of shaping.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
The future of AI isn't predetermined.
Right.
It's something we're creating collectively.
Yeah.
And it's up to all of us to ensure that it's a future we can all be proud of.
Mm-hmm.
One UI v4 is an incredible tool with vast potential.
Yeah.
But ultimately, it's up to us, the humans, to decide how it's used.
It's both a sobering thought and an empowering one.
It is.
We're not just passive observers in this technological revolution.
Right.
We have a responsibility to shape it,
Yeah.
to guide it, and to ensure it leads to a better future for everyone.
Well said. We need to be thoughtful, critical, and engaged in this conversation.
Yeah.
We need to ask tough questions,
Mm-hmm.
challenge assumptions, and hold each other accountable.
This has been an incredible deep dive into One UI v4.
It has been.
We've explored its technical marvels,
Yeah.
its potential applications, and its impact on society as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about you, but I'm walking away from this conversation
Yeah.
feeling incredibly optimistic about the future.
Me too. It's clear that AI has the potential to reshape our world in profound ways.
Right.
And One UI v4 is a testament to that
Yeah.
as we move forward.
Mm-hmm.
Let's remember to approach this technology with both excitement and caution,
Yeah.
with a focus on both innovation and responsibility.
And let's not forget the most important lesson of all.
Right.
The future isn't something that happens to us.
Yeah.
It's something we create.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into One UI v4.
Yeah.
We hope it sparked your curiosity and inspired you to think about the incredible possibilities that lie ahead.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep shaping the future you want to see.